Well then, we are back on the hub, and I'm going to show you around now. And the first thing I think you need to look at is on the upper right-hand corner. Once you're a member, you're going to start to see on every page this navigation bar. Right here, you notice the little cursor. I'm sorry, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just zoom in on it here. I'm going to zoom. There it is. See this? And it says Cure Talks, MP3s, lists, lessons, hub. Yes? Okay. You're going to see this on every page in the members, and there are like, you know, like maybe 1,000 pages with this on it. Okay? And these are important. And of course, you can always get back to the hub because it's there, you know, right? These, you should test for these before you test down the hub. And let's say you go to this page, which you test for MP3s. But why were you testing for that? You have no MP3 player. Now you notice this is a directory that has several different things on it. Yikes. See, and you would test for them to see what to listen to, but you're still asking yourself, well, I don't have an MP3 player. Let's say you test for Cure shows, and you'll find that here are the Cure shows in MP3. You see, and you go down this page, and there are 200 Cure shows. You can click on any disease, such as herpes, and here's herpes right there. And this is an MP3, so that you can take this to the park with you. You can take it in your car. You know, Anne-Marie takes out herpes. Herpes HSV1 and herpes HSV2. And so of course you're saying, but you know, I don't have a player. Yes, that's right. You know, you can put these, by the way, on a CD and just take them. You know, you can just burn them onto a CD. They're files, you know, so you can do that. But actually, the reason that you're testing for MP3s, I'm going back to the hub again, but actually I don't have to, because you know what? If you just look at this almost barren page here, if you notice at the top of the page is the same thing. There it is, MP3s. It means you need to get a player. You need to get a player and take the MP3s with you, or burn them onto CDs and, you know, take them in your car and listen to them, whatever floats your boat. But it means you need to listen to these. That's why you tested for it. So you're not supposed to be thinking about this. You know, you're not supposed to be deciding what you need. You're supposed to be using your finger like you just saw me do. Because if I was using my head, I would probably say, oh, I need to bond with people better. But when I used my finger, what I got was I needed to create boundaries. That's what happened when I was looking at the list of functions. I would never be able to use the list of functions without guidance from God. You can't use this website without guidance from God. So remember that, and if you know that, you know a lot. Because this website is very difficult. Look at this list of lists. Now people ask, God, what do I need with a list? Well, of course, we just work with the list of functions. What you need with a list, and you notice this list of lists happens to have, first of all, it's got a nice little talk on it, doesn't it? There I go, explaining about the list of lists. You see? But also it has these. It has these little letters, and if you go to H, here you find how to cure, table of contents. Table of contents for how to cure. And there's all these things, so you're following, you would absolutely have to follow your finger around. There's all these essays on that. It would take you like, this would be like reading a book. Look at all the titles of the essays, and each essay, if you listen to it, if you look at the thing, it's a page about it, it's an article about it. And each one of these has more things to click on. There's the list of bodies again, but you know, there's tons of other things. And so you're going to have to use your finger. Okay? So here's the list of improvements, for example, and why would you even test on this? It's not a lesson. It's just a list. Well, no, actually, here there is a lesson under it. It says do this, and it tells you some things to do, and so you can do this and you can actually work with this list of improvements. Now, you came in here to cure herpes, and your finger blows on the list of lists, and then it blows on, it takes you to improvements. For God's sake, what is it trying to tell you? Well, it's trying to tell you if you do this, you're going to be removing a cofactor that's causing your herpes. And this is why people fail, because they try to attack things directly when what the college and probably what God is going to be showing you how to do is to attack them indirectly, to actually go after them by taking out brick by brick the causes of them. And especially with a disease like cancer, this is what you have got to do. I'm going to start this movie over again because there's something on it that you need to hear right at the beginning.
Feeling good can be a fool's paradise.
Okay. That's what it means, is that you can take out, your cancer and feel great. And there's something in it that's going to there's something inside of you that's going to put it back. And this is why we have this enormous, look at this list of hierarchy, this hierarchy of skills, okay? As you go down this hierarchy and you get to something like the safety web, and here's the lesson page for the safety web. And on the lesson page, there are all these lessons. Here's just a lesson on creating confront. You even know what that means? Probably not. But if you go to the lesson and start doing it, you will find out. And you may need to have the safety web firmly in place so that you don't fall out of the car while we're going towards your herpes cure, while we're driving you there. So, okay, so this is how it's done. You see, and also, these lessons have to be taken in context. They're inside of the safety web, and there's a lesson on opponents, and there's one on interference, and there's one on hope. What's the hope lesson about? And the hope lesson is about not hoping. If you're hoping, you're not curing anything. Basically, that's what it's going to tell you. But there's a lot more to it than that, obviously. You see, there's things to do on it. Needed action, access the specifics, how many or in areas. Am I relying on hope in any area of my life in a way that is damaging me? If yes, how many? This is important stuff. You're going to have to use the guidance, the spiritual guidance. Here's unthinkingness. Almost everybody has a lot of those. And you're going to have to start thinking, baby cakes. That's the message of this lesson about how to use the web college. I hope you did this lesson. I hope you did this movie, and you now know that once again, let me do this. Is there anything here I need? Let me run my finger down this. Right choices. What may destroy you? I definitely need that. Okay, that's what I got from this one. So I'll be off on doing my lessons, and I suggest that you do the same, including getting the email reminders and doing the things every day that the reminders tell you to do, okay? Every day, or every day that you possibly can force yourself to. And that's what you're going to need to do. You're going to really need to force yourself to win. That's what I do, and that's how you got the cure. I forced myself to give it to you.